It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Pittsburgh. It's the Bills and the reigning AFC champs, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And we can talk all
about INTs in the 2023 season. Dang.
Aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to...
And this is intercepted. He's trying to get it to Davis. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, sir.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Dancing to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation.
Man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And here come the Bills. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Story. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
That was good tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to it on 1st down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He's got to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Turn this one, he'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. He stiff arms him. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27.
That's a gain of 6.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 28 yards. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now. to nothing with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. They cashed him with a touchdown. Now he's got to try to get things right here. 1st and 10.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
6 yards.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Point after, right down the middle, and it is 42-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. So everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
To throw on second down, Story. Looking left side, and it's complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers just continue to roll.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And now here is another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game, and Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Story. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Story. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their mobile quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Off the bootleg. Story over the middle to Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Everybody's got control. Let's just make plays, man.
Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Bills nothing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen going to give this and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To the air, Allen. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just
That's Tre'Davious White.
it helps out his
Not,
blockers.
Damar
They don't
Hamlin.
have to block for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Sean McDermott's all mad.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick.
Allen's thrown 5 picks so far.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, just talking about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers.
It's your first down.
After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They run on 1st down with Singletary.
Not going anywhere.
Finding a lane, he barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come
4
up
days.
2nd and 13. They're going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting
This Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday.
big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And that is caught. It's Davis.
Ryan Bates
And
is
he's going to
hurt.
have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen now on 1st down.
Sacked by Peterson.
Too much here. He's going down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now on 3rd and
Looks like Minka's playing middle.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
I don't know who's going to
All I
get
can
the...
do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over.
Suck,
to
DeMar.
him.
Ah, no!
Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. If you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
Running game, Terrell Steele on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Second and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise,
Singletary. Oh, Lord.
done in this one.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across
get a pick here.
midfield for first and 10. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Complete to Devin Singletary. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Allen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll go in the books. It's a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third and long, it's Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been Total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline,
How's Micah Hyde?
some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing for his running back. And he loses the football the second time. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Allen.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense so far on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points.
And now here is another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take
collarbone, center.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a level shy of the first down marker. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen now looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happened.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll loop this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One final shot they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mentioned getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.